Hi, this is the Lovely Life, and I was in the middle of organizing my binder. I just basically took out all of my expired coupons. I'm clipping my coupons because I like to clip because I just feel more organized and I know what kind of coupons I'm working with. But since I was kind of doing this morning, I figured, you know what, let me go ahead and just share this just in case, someone needs some ideas. This is how I do it. Of course, everybody kind of does it different, but when I'm clipping, I usually just keep it in a folder until I'm ready. So today, these are all my clip coupons that I have right now, and I get on my counter a big enough space so I can spread it out. And each time that I go through my coupon, I have different piles. So for instance, we'll start out with here. And every single time I do this, it's always at the same spot. So once you kind of do like a repetition of it, and you're consistent on placing your coupons at each spot on your table, it goes by so easy. So this is how I do mine. I usually stick all of my pile here, okay, and this is what I work out of. And while I'm there, I'll start for instance, here, for instance, I know exactly from this one. This is going to be candy or snacks. So this pile here is all of my candy, snacks, anything that, it doesn't have to be totally organized just yet because we're going to go back and organize them. But this right here is all of my candy and snack item. My next one is razors. So these right here would go to the top over here where all of my razor coupons, anything like razors, shave gels, anything to do with razors would go in this pile there. So over here I have all of my liquids, drinks. That's my pile that would go there. I have my cereals, anything for breakfast here. Anything in my pantry would go in this pile here. Anything that would go in the refrigerator or the fridge is right there. And then always on the top here, which makes it easier, is the top right is always for hair. Anything to do with hair, shampoos, conditioner, stylers, hair color. Down below is anything that has to do with the face, meaning cosmetics, cleansers, moisturizers, anything to do with the face would be here. And then on the top would be like body wash or soap. And then down below would be for any type of lotions, suntan lotions, anything like that. And then down here would be I put a pile here for deodorant. So actually this one would go on top there. So that would be all for deodorant, men and women. Then on the top over in this section here would be for all of my dental, mouthwashes, toothpaste, toothbrushes. Down below is all my feminine products, Stay Free, Tampax, Always, etc., Poise. And then here would be back to the razors, okay? See if you guys can see this. And then the top left will always be for anything as far as like vitamins, um, NyQuil, aspirin, ointments, anything to do like first aid or medical or health, they would go all in there. On my right here, I would start out with all of my cleaning products, miscellaneous cleaning products. Below that would be all of the laundry items because we have a lot of laundry items. Usually I have another one right underneath the laundry for dishwashing, but I don't have any coupons that I clip for dishwashing. So dishwashing would be there, like your Cascade and Dawn, Palmolive, etc. Below that I would have my paper products, and for me that would also include like Ziploc, your toilet tissue, paper towels, anything like that, paper plates. And then at the very bottom down here would be all of my deodorizers, like fragrances, like Febreze, Glade, stuff like that. And then over here, I like to keep miscellaneous things. This right here is my baby pile here, so anything has to do with babies would be there. And then this one here is just my complete miscellaneous. you know, like you got office supplies, magazines, stuff like that, Shoals. I usually keep that in one pile separate. And then above or below the health, I have a pile here, and this pile here is just all for eyes. Because I wear contacts and stuff like that, I like to just kind of have that always separated. Of course, you know, this is how I do it, so each time I know exactly how I categorize my piles. So it just makes it easier when I have all my clipping. I just set it here, and it's almost like, you know exactly which pile to put in. It makes it really easy. And then when you're done, you'll take any pile here, like this one here, and you would put the like coupons together. I would sort these out by the same coupon here. 5, like this. And then once I'm done putting all the like coupons together, I kind of make sure that all of the expiration dates are still all good, which they are right here. So here they are. And then they're ready to go into my binder. Okay? And then I go to each pile. I would start with this one. Actually, I lie. I start with the most smallest pile, just so I don't get overwhelmed. So this one here, I would take into my binder. And this is actually my binder. You know, I hate to make another binder video because there's so many out there, but just, you know, a quick tour of my binder here. In the front, I usually just carry all of my extra bucks from different stores and pens and so forth. And in the front are all of my CVS Redbox coupons that I keep here. Anything else miscellaneous or anything that I don't want to lose, some rain checks, you know, rebates and so forth. But my binder is pretty much like everybody else's. It goes in different categories. For me, I have fridge and freezer, and then I have a subsection here, which would be meats. And then after meats, I have everything for the pantry. So my pantry stock little pile there, coupons will go in here. In here, you can totally categorize it how you want. I shop sometimes at the commissary, so mine is done by their aisle. Just makes it easier for me. So I know exactly how it goes. Normally all the salads and you know, peanut butter jellies, all of that go in the front, and then the middle section is all of the baking goods like flour and sugar, and then it goes into canned goods, and then it goes into rice, and then my very back page is usually Italian and Mexican type of items. My other section is called drinks. So all of my drinks are here. Normally I try to do coffee in the front, you know, and then usually at the very back is like my tea, which I don't have anything right here because I just don't like tea, but I always like to have that. My next section here is called snacks. So anything snacks, candy, crackers, anything like that are all in there. Next section is breakfast. Of course, anything that goes with breakfast would go in there. Next section here would be beauty. So all of my cosmetics would go in the front. I try to do it like all L'Oreal, all Maybelline, and so forth, but still got to add some of my other stuff. And then towards the middle is all of my like facial cleansers and all that. I like to keep those kind of in the back of that section. My other section is hair. That's where I keep all my shampoo and color dyes. Next section is lotion. Keep all my lotions and sunscreens and all that in there. And then the other one is personal care. I didn't really know exactly what to call it, but I figured personal care would be great. It starts off with all the feminine products like your Tampax and all that. And then your second section here is I got these little stick-on tabs. Works great. So this section tells me it's a subsection. So this is where I keep all of my razors, shave gels, and so forth. Next section would be like hand soap, deodorant, you know, body washes. And then The next subsection is all dental care. So this is where all my dental stuff is. Next section is cleaning. I have these in order where my laundry items are all first. And then it goes into dishwashing. So I have all my dishwashing soaps on my second one. And the third tab here is for cleaning, miscellaneous kind of cleaning items. And then after all my cleaning, I have odor eliminator section. So in here I would have all of my Febreze and Glade and all those good coupons. Then after that I have paper storage where I keep all of my toilet paper, aluminum foil, Ziploc, everything to do with paper storage. And then my last one here is health. And in the beginning, I like to have this, the beginning of it is usually aspirin, and then it goes into cold and flu, and then it would go into allergy, and then it goes into vitamins, and then it goes into first aid. And then towards the very bottom, towards the very end, it would go into like ointments, you know, like cortisone and Cordate and all that. And at the very, very end, at the very end of my binder here, I have miscellaneous, where I just, you know, toss different kinds of coupons, like, a curling iron, cooking books, a light bulb, batteries. I know exactly where I can find, which would be this pile here of magazines, office supplies, you know, just kind of like you don't really have a tab for them. So that's where I usually put them, is towards the back. At least I know where it's at. But anywho, this is, you know, that's just a little peep of how I do it. If you can find a good binder, sometimes you can find binders at a Goodwill store, but in my binder I keep a pad paper, just so I can have, you know, notes, and I can do my little math equations for getting all my deals and so forth. And sometimes when I'm watching videos, I like to write down some good ideas. And then in here, it's great if you have pockets, because you can also put in things in here like your ads or whatever. In mine, I have the new Walgreens for May. Don't really shop there that very much, but I just have that in there just in case I'm around. And then the last part here are coupons that I particularly don't use, like pet coupons and so forth. I really don't find it necessary for me to cut those and place those into my binder, so I'll just kind of keep a place in the back, just in case, you know, if we have coupon swaps or whatever. I like to give those out to my friends. And then I have some other tabs in here, items that I really don't use, but at least I know where it's at, you know, and some of my restaurant discount coupons and all that good stuff. So anyways, that's just a little peek of how I do my preparation for my binder. And oh yeah, and then while I'm doing little piles here, I'll do a pile here, and these are like for, again, pets, which we don't have at the moment right now. So, you know, like I said, this is what I do every time I do my clipping. It just helps, you know, me to go a little bit quicker, just because I'm very consistent each time I do it to have these items at the very same spot. So if I'm standing here, I have my pile, I know exactly where to go. And it doesn't take very long once you kind of get a system in place. It doesn't get as overwhelming at all, because, you know, I know exactly how it is when you get overwhelmed. But I figured this is, you know, this is how I'm doing it, and I was doing it this morning, so I figured I'll just go ahead and share it, and whoever wants to watch this video to see how I do it, this is exactly how I do it. Another thing before I let you guys go, I keep a good envelope like this one here, and I have all of my receipts in one spot. So in case there is a rebate that comes across that I didn't know about, for certain items that I know I did purchase, I'll go into my receipt envelope, and I can find everything there. So that's just another little tip for you couponers. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. I got to get my coupons ready and go do my hauls. Bye.